Verbs lesson, test 1, question number 1. Here be careful with the split. Should, would, preparing, the preparing, to prepare. We have a verb here, ordered, okay? Ordered, panels of common citizens. And when you have the verb order plus a noun or noun phrase, you need an infinitive. That's why the only possible choice is E. Okay, you order panels to prepare, period. Okay, eliminate all the other wrong answer choices. Okay, if you have a question, let me know. Number 2. Although a surge in retail sales have raised hopes that there is a recovery finally underway, many economists say that without a large amount of spending, the recovery might not last. Look at the split again. Have raised is present perfect. Raised, simple past. Had raised is past perfect. Has raised is present perfect, singular. Should I use past or present? Well, I'm talking about the present. Economists say is present. So something is underway. Okay, so it's not past. I can eliminate had, raised, and raised. So it's either 1 or 4. Should I use plural or singular? Well, here the key word is a surge. Okay, a surge is singular. Okay, be careful. In retail sales is a prepositional phrase. We saw this in the subject-verb agreement lesson. So a surge has. I cannot use a. Keep number 4. Question number 3. The widely accepted Big Bang theory holds. Look at the split. Holds that versus the beginning. Okay, you cannot hold the beginning or the universe. Okay, the theory cannot hold the beginning or the universe. You need that. Okay, then you have begun, had begun, was, different verbs, right? So the universe began an explosive instant 10 to 20 billion years ago and has been expanding ever since. Okay, so since you have ever since, this means that the action started in the past and continues until the present. So I cannot use had been expanding. Had been is wrong. Has expanded, okay, could mean that the action started in the past and is not happening at this moment. Here you need the progressive. Okay, this is called the present perfect progressive. Why? Because the action is happening at this precise moment. Also, you cannot say that the beginning was an instant. Okay, the beginning cannot be an explosive instant. Okay, so A is the best choice. Question number 4. Several senior officials spoke to the present condition. Okay, this is a very specific idiomatic structure that deals with the command subjunctive. Okay, so spoke to the present condition, you need that. On condition that, not of, not they. And then you need the base form of the verb. Remember the command subjunctive. You need a bossy verb, okay, a bossy verb followed by that, and then you need a subject plus a base verb. So the base verb is be, that they not be. Okay, A is perfect. Will is not a base verb. Are is not a base verb. So number 1 is the best choice. Question number 5. Look at the split. Have let, have let, have let, lead, lead. So recent studies have led. Okay, all of them are present. Have is present perfect. Lead is present simple. And also take a look at them, their, doctors, conclusion. Okay. So the studies, okay, recent studies have led who? Who are them? I cannot refer back to 19th century doctors, okay? Be careful, them or their do not refer just to doctors. It's referring to the same doctors mentioned before. In other words, 19th century doctors. However, since these are recent studies, I cannot use them or their because I'm referring to current doctors. Okay, so have led to the doctor's conclusion. Should I use have led or lead? Okay, this is something that started in the past. The studies are recent, but continue until the present. Okay, also that's why, okay, this is the best choice. I cannot say lead to doctors concluding. This is not idiomatic. Lead to doctor's conclusion. Okay, yeah, I need present perfect. Have led doctors to conclude. So the studies have led doctors to conclude. Then number 6. Despite the criticism in the early 1980s that, so the criticism that versus of, we've seen this before, and again we keep that. That if is wrong. Okay, that if is wrong because that is a subordinator here, and you cannot combine two subordinators together. That plus if doesn't work. That's why the third one is the only possible choice. You have the criticism that the use of pictures would diminish the intellectual quality of publications. Okay, period. Question 7. Constance Homer, chief of the United States government's personal agency, has recommended that. So you have recommend, a bossy verb, plus a that. Then you need a subject. The use of any dangerous or illegal drugs in the past. B grounds. Has recommended that the use. B. Okay, so A could be that. Let's take a look at the other choices. That any dangerous or illegal drug should be. I cannot use should. Okay, in the command subjunctive. So B is wrong. An applicant's use B grounds not to hire them. But who are them? Okay, them doesn't have a referent. Be careful, I'm talking about the applicant's use, not the applicants. An applicant's use are. I cannot use are. And then the last one says an applicant's use B grounds for not hiring them. Again, them doesn't have a referent. Remember that every pronoun needs a clear referent. I cannot use an object pronoun such as them to refer to a possessive noun such as applicants. Okay, so A was the best choice. This is a command subjunctive again. Number 8. Okay, this is the common example of a helping verb. You have do not commit causes. Do not commit crimes. And why so many of those not so exposed have. But if you use do, you need do again. Okay? Keep it parallel. So again, do not commit versus do commit. Simple. Question number 9. The rise in the Commerce Department's index of leading economic indicators suggest. So you have suggest versus suggests. Plural singular. And I'm talking about the rise. Okay? The rise is singular. So I cannot use suggest. 3 left. The economy will continue, is continuing, will continue. I cannot use the present is continuing, the present progressive. Why? Well, because I'm talking about the future. Will continue, it's expanding. No, you continue to expand. Eliminate the third one and you keep the last one. Now, also, I cannot use that. What is that referring to? The economy is continuing to expand into the coming months, but that, if you use a that, you're creating a big mistake. Because after comma but, you need a subject plus a verb. And that is a subordinator. So you have, but the mixed performance of the index individual components indicates. Okay, again, here you have subject plus verb, comma, but subject plus verb. Okay, the rise suggests, but the mixed performance indicates. So there is a parallelism as well. Question 10. According to the Economic Development Corporation, if one were, what is one referring to? One should refer to an individual of a group. Here, one doesn't have a referent. What is the group? You need a group mentioned before. So maybe out of people, one of them, maybe. If one were to count the Los Angeles metropolitan area as a separate nation, it would have the world's 11th largest gross national product. Okay, it refers to the area, I guess, but using one is wrong. B, if the Los Angeles metropolitan area is counted as a separate nation, it has. If it is counted, it has. That being is wrong here. And should I use if present? Okay. If present. Not really. I think here they're referring to something hypothetical, so to something unreal. So you need where. If the area were a separate nation, it would have the world's 11th largest gross national product. If it were, well, because it isn't, right? So this is called the hypothetical subjunctive, when you refer to something unreal or unlikely. The fourth one says, were the Los Angeles a separate nation? No, you need if, you need the condition. There is a condition here, so eliminate the other ones. You need if, okay? If it were. Remember, it doesn't matter what the subject is, you always use were with the hypothetical subjunctive. 11. Okay, look at the split here. The position of only, if it would, if it is, if it is, if it was, if it would. You cannot use would in the if clause. Okay, you cannot use any helping verb in the if clause. Would goes in the then clause. So only if it is taught as a separate required course, this could be if it is taught only as a course. Okay, the position of only is wrong. It should be only if it is, okay, not only as a chorus. This is wrong. If it was is incorrect. This is the common case. If present, okay, future. If it is taught, okay, you need if present. So keep B. Be careful with the position of only. If you change its position, you alter the meaning of the sentence and you describe something different. Number 12. That have blocked, that blocked, that blocked, having blocked. Okay, the perfect gerund here is incorrect. I need that. Usually having is wrong, okay? Be careful with having. That have or that blocked. Should I use past or present? You have, but by the 1920 overfishing and the proliferation of mill dams and culverts. Yeah, I need past. I'm talking about around 1900. So I need that blocked. And then whenever you have the expression by plus a time period, you need to use the past perfect had reduced, not the simple past reduced, okay? So by 1920, overfishing had reduced landings, okay? First, they reduced and then it was 1920. Remember, the past perfect is the past of the past. Number 13. Some buildings were destroyed and damaged. Okay, you cannot be destroyed and damaged. So and is incorrect, you need or. Yes? And look at the other splits here. were versus had been, have been, had been. I cannot use have, right? Have is present. I'm talking about the past. Okay, have is present perfect. So eliminate 1, 3, and 4. You are between 2 and 5. So number 2 says some buildings that were destroyed or damaged in the earthquake last year had been constructed. Okay, B sounds perfect. And then the last one is last year some of the buildings that were destroyed or damaged. Okay, be careful. The position of last year here is very important. Why? Last year in B refers to something different to last year in E. In B, what happened last year? The buildings were destroyed or damaged last year. But in the last one, what happened last year? Last year, some of the buildings that were destroyed or damaged had been constructed. So last year in E refers to the verb had been constructed. So that's a different idea. Yeah? They were not constructed last year. They were destroyed or damaged last year. Okay? So B is the best choice.